Have you ever had one of those days where one tiny thing goes wrong, and suddenly your whole day is ruined? Maybe someone cut you off in traffic, or you got a slightly critical email, and bam, your mood just plummets. It feels like you're on an emotional roller coaster, and you're not even in the driver's seat. What if I told you there's a way to get off that ride? To build a kind of inner fortress where you decide how you feel, regardless of what's happening around you. This is the power of emotional imperturbability. It's not about being a robot or suppressing your feelings. It's about not letting external events hijack your internal state. Think of it like being a deep, calm ocean. The surface might have waves, a storm might even be raging, but deep down, everything is still and peaceful. That's you. When life throws its challenges at you, you acknowledge them. You feel the initial reaction, but you don't let it consume you. You create a space between the event and your response. So, how do you build this superpower? It starts with mindfulness and self-awareness. Pay attention to your triggers. What sets you off? When you feel that surge of anger or frustration, just pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this situation really worth my peace of mind? Often, the answer is no. This small pause is a game changer. It's where you take your power back. Instead of reacting automatically, you get to choose your response. Another powerful technique is to reframe your perspective. That person who cut you off, maybe they're rushing to the hospital. That critical email, maybe it's an opportunity for growth, not a personal attack. By changing the story you tell yourself, you change your emotional reality. You stop being a victim of circumstance and become the author of your own experience. Developing emotional imperturbability is a practice, not a quick fix. It takes time, like building muscle at the gym. But every time you choose a calm response over a knee-jerk reaction, you're getting stronger. You'll find yourself handling stress better, improving your relationships, and just feeling more in control of your own happiness. You become the unshakable rock in the storm, not the leaf blown about by the wind. Start today with just one small moment. Have you ever accused someone of being angry, only to realize you were the one who was actually mad? Or maybe you've noticed a friend constantly pointing out a flaw in others that they secretly have themselves. This is a fascinating psychological phenomenon called projection. Simply put, projection is a defense mechanism where we unconsciously attribute our own unacceptable thoughts, feelings, or traits to someone else. It's like our mind is playing a trick on us to avoid facing uncomfortable truths about ourselves. So, if you're feeling insecure, you might perceive others as arrogant. If you're feeling guilty, you might see others as being overly critical. It's a way our ego protects itself. The next time you find yourself making a quick judgment about someone, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, is this really about them? Or could it be a reflection of something inside me? Understanding projection can be a powerful tool for self-awareness and personal growth. Second, understand the power of cognitive reframing. Research in cognitive behavioral psychology suggests that it isn't the event itself that makes us angry, but the story we tell ourselves about the event. If someone cuts you off in traffic and you tell yourself, they did that to disrespect me, you will feel rage. However, If you reframe the story to, they are likely having a distracted, stressful day, your anger evaporates. By choosing a narrative that doesn't center on you, you reclaim your emotional energy. You aren't being naive. You are being strategically peaceful. You are choosing a story that keeps you calm because your peace is more valuable than being right about a stranger's intentions. The third pillar is lowering the pedestal of expectation. Psychology shows that anger is often the gap between our expectations and reality. We get bothered because we expect people to be logical, kind, or fair. But the ruthlessly smart realization is that people are often irrational, tired, and driven by hidden biases. When you stop expecting people to behave exactly as you would, you remove their ability to disappoint you. Research indicates that radical acceptance, accepting the world as it is without judgment, drastically reduces emotional suffering. You can still hold people accountable, but you do it from a place of logic rather than a place of wounded pride. Fourth, we must embrace the pause of power. In the heat of a moment, there is a tiny window of time between a provocation and your response. This is where your freedom lives. Psychology indicates that the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for the fight or flight response, reacts in milliseconds. But the logical prefrontal cortex takes a moment longer to catch up. By consciously taking a 3-second breath before speaking or reacting, you allow your higher mind to take the wheel. This pause isn't a sign of hesitation. It is the ultimate display of self-mastery. It proves that you are the one in charge of your nervous system, not the person trying to upset you. Finally, realize that your response is your reputation. We live in a world that thrives on reaction, but psychology suggests that those who maintain emotional stability are perceived as more competent and trustworthy leaders. Every time you refuse to be bothered by a petty comment or an unfair criticism, you are building a personal brand of unshakable strength. You aren't letting them get away with it. You are demonstrating that their influence is too small to affect a mind as large as yours. This isn't just about feeling better. It's about becoming a person that others respect because they cannot rattle you. Reaching a state where you are never bothered doesn't mean you stop caring about the world. It means you care so much about your own purpose and well-being that you refuse to let trivialities get in the way. You have spent a long time letting others rent space in your head for free. It's time to serve the eviction notice. By understanding these psychological truths, you aren't becoming cold, you are becoming free. You are validating the version of yourself that is steady, centered, and profoundly powerful. If you find that this path toward emotional mastery resonates with you, it's a sign that you are ready for a deeper level of self-discovery, to keep exploring the hidden mechanics of your mind and the psychological secrets of a high-value personality. Hit the subscribe button and join our community. We explore the why behind the who every single week, helping you build a life that no one else can disturb.